Welcome to CLT FC Fan TV for the fans by the fans. Damn it.
Damn it.
My wife just said, hey, man, you look kind of tired. You going to be up for this show? I said, you damn right I'm going to be up for this show. And tonight we have our special fan guest, Patrick, coming from Lexington, representing the Carolina Hooligans with the luchador mask, which I love so much. I'm sure some people might want to see that on my face, just to not see my face. And as always, the man with the knowledge, bringing all the questions to the peoples, is Jorge Top Ben 90 Gonzalez in the hills. And last, and sometimes least, but not tonight, Lee. Run this shit, Lee. You don't fix those headphones, didn't you?
I did, man. Tonight is gonna be a night without technical glitches, at least on my side.
All right.
That's a
welcome, everybody. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut now. What's up?
What is going on? So yeah, tonight we got a jam packed full of stuff. We got Top Ben with some breaking news. Then we're going to talk about Jaylin and his new contract. We're going to talk about Jaws and when he's going to be in Charlotte. Then we're going to talk about the training facility. And then we're going to talk about the Philly game. But we'll just touch on it a little bit because it's still kind of raw. And then obviously we'll talk about the Atlanta game and what's coming out of that. So with that, Top Ben, why don't you go ahead and give us the big news that you dropped today and broke the internet?
Well, as you guys heard earlier today, Charlotte is going to be playing a friendly with Chelsea FC this summer. It's honestly news I got a couple weeks ago, but I've been trying to finalize some details on it just to give you guys the most accurate information. But you know what? I see Zoran talking about Yazviak coming in, Nick Kelly talking about the facility. What else did I see? Oh, Jaylin's new contract extension. I was like, man, I want to join the fun. Here y'all go. We're going to play Chelsea in the summer.
So other than the fact that we're playing Chelsea, man, do you have any more news like dates and all that?
I have a couple of tentative dates, but I want to confirm those first.
Oh, come on, man. Just drop them.
Drop all the secrets, man. We already know.
Man. The people got to know.
There's tons of people already questioning, oh, is he telling the truth? You know what I'm saying? So this is how it goes here. When I say who the source is, they're like, oh, he's just recopying what somebody else puts out. But then when I don't put a source out, they're like, oh, he doesn't have sources. So at the end of the day, bro, I just try to give y'all the best information I can.
Top Ben, man. You're my boy. You know I trust you, right? Come on, man. You know we wouldn't put any weird shit out there, man, on our channel. If it's not coming from us and from you, it's not legit, man.
I like it.
Yeah, so that's a good point, right? I guess Austin brings it up, right? A lot of people question it based on the ownership situation, which obviously we all know the owners of Chelsea are Russian, and then obviously the war in Ukraine and that kind of stuff. But they're trying to sell it.
That's a question that I brought up as well, because I was like, man, like with the situation going on in Russia, how likely is this to happen? And I mean, from some of the answers I got, it's pretty confident. Obviously, like at the end of the day, anything can happen, and for some reason, with what's going on, the game can be pulled out. But I do, however, think that if that does happen, there's a couple other teams that they had talks with that could potentially replace Chelsea if it's not.
Like who? Like a better London team, like Spurs, right?
Nah, it's got to be a big team, bro.
Oh, okay. So we're talking Burnley. We're talking Burnley or somebody then, yeah? Asshole. Can we kick him? So can you give us the month? Queen City Soccer Report wants to know the month.
Let me confirm.
Man, I know you know.
Come on, man. We almost had him, yo. We almost had him.
Bro, I gave y'all some information today. Like,
dude, you can't just leave us hanging, man.
Does the month start with a J?
The day ends with a Y.
So someday. Yeah. To Teddy's point, right? Why would CLT affiliate themselves with Chelsea or whatnot? So from what I've been reading on the internet, right, Chelsea's up for sale. There's like they've narrowed it down to I think about 3 different companies or groups or whatever. And so hopefully by the time we actually play them, it will no longer be owned by a Russian and just that kind of stuff. So,
and that's one of the main reasons I'm confident too that the game probably will happen, just because a lot of the stuff that Chelsea's doing right now is frozen, based on what's going on. But with the new ownership, those sanctions would be taken away.
right. So there you have it, man. And like Wesley says, we will always trust Top Bin 90 reporting.
Yeah, that's my boy.
So yeah, Top Bin, on your behalf, man, right? You came out early in the game about 2 years ago, right, with the famous Mexican player, right, that never made it. And you've been right probably about 98% of the time since then. But people still hold on to that very first tweet of yours, man.
It's all good, bro. It comes with the lay of the land. I kind of like it though, because at the end of the day, when it actually comes out from the club or somebody that they think is more official than I do, I'm like, yeah, mother trucker, what happened now?
Mother trucker. Yeah. So CLTFC Extra Time, I believe it's going to be at the bank for the people that just joined. That would be Chelsea versus the real CLTFC. So I guess they're not CLT, it'll be CFC. But yeah. So great stuff, man. Anything else you want to drop on us that we don't know about yet?
Yeah. So our next deep. No, I'm just kidding.
I know you texted me that earlier. I was like, "You sure, man? That doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound right. Whatever, asshole." But anyways, so with that being said, folks, next up, we're gonna talk about Jaylin, and he extended his contract with Charlotte. So I'm excited for this, man. I'm a big fan of Jaylin's. I think he's done pretty well this season. I think he extended his contract through 2024, and then I think we got an option to keep it to 2025. So, Hooligans, man, what do you think about that?
I think it's great. I like Jaylin. He's a good player. Yeah, we need him.
Yeah.
It's secured, so that's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Top in, what do you think?
You know what? I really like Jaylin has like his home roots here in Charlotte. And it's I think we need players like that in terms of for the first of all, he has 5 years of MLS experience. Secondly, he's still young enough where he can still continue to develop at 22. And thirdly, I think he's also a guy that's very grounded and has a good head on his shoulders. And that's something that like you can add into the team in terms of like future leadership and current knowledge as well. Like I remember at the Charleston game, you remember that fight that broke out within when it was Columbus and Charlotte? Was it Columbus that everybody started fighting?
It was that Tuesday game, wasn't it?
Yeah, you talking about in Charleston?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they almost cleared the benches. Yeah, I remember.
So one of the things that Jaylin said after the end of the interview, someone asked him a little bit about that, and he said that like some of the newer guys that we have to teach them that we can't be doing stuff like that. And so that maturity level that he has already, I think, is very important as well. And it just adds on to kind of that chemistry and whatever Miguel is trying to build within the team. So I think not only he's been good on the field, but I think off the field as well, he brings in that different component.
I agree.
Also being a player, who came up through Sporting KC's academy, not just having played in the MLS, he's done the whole experience. So he can also talk to the 13-year-old, 14-year-old as someone who did it and being from Charlotte. And like I tell the people, he's got legs like tree trunks, man. Because every time we interviewed him and everything, I could just see him here up. But when I saw, oh my God, he's just a powerful dude. He's a force, man. I love to see him back there, and I love that he's from Charlotte and has so much experience.
I agree. I'm excited for him, man. I'm excited for his mom. His mom's really sweet, and I know she's happy to have him back here in Charlotte. So, Jaylin, man, we're excited to have you, and keep doing what you're doing. Just want to give a shout out to the Tifo Painting Party. We appreciate everything you do. Much love to the shipping department. Just a little extra love over the Tifo Painting Party because we love the shipping department. So, yes. With that being said, we're going to talk about the Jaws update. So this would be Camille Jazawak, I believe his last name is pronounced. I'm not sure.
Jazawalk.
Yeah, that's why I just call him Jaws. It's easier. But
Yazvia.
Yazviak, is that how you pronounce it?
That's what I
Yazviak. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, Jaws update, right?
He's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna call you Jaws.
Yeah, so Zoran was on Jess and Will's show today, and apparently, did he say that he's in town and just won't be ready by the weekend, or did he say he'll be here by the weekend? Don't expect him to play.
He
I can't
said
remember.
that. So he said that he's arriving this week, and he doesn't really think that he's gonna play on Saturday or Sunday. I think he said something like it would be ambitious to think that he would play Sunday. So
Yeah.
but like I've been figuring out when he's gonna be here, and
So you got your sleeping bag ready, man? You know how you like to hang out around there, man.
I think if he trains Friday or Saturday, that you could potentially see him maybe get a couple of minutes, depending on how the
You
game
think?
goes. Yeah.
Breaking news from Top Ben 90 on Fan TV there, folks. He's saying he will play on Sunday.
Yeah, that's definitely what I said, right?
Yeah, I heard it, man. Let's rewind the tape.
Jaws will definitely play on Sunday.
Yeah,
But,
Good.
I think so too. But there's also like the thing that makes me go more in terms of the lines of what Zoran said as well, kind of contradicting myself, is one thing that Miguel did with Derek Jones is he gave him like a week to kind of just get settled in, like talk to the players, like not really give him much expectations of his play. Then the next
Right.
week after, he started like talking to him in terms of exactly what he wants to do. So maybe we won't see him. So
Yeah, see, we all know you, man. We know you're going to be sleeping outside Target, getting some chicken or some butter or whatever the hell it was last time.
Hey, I ran into Sergio Sunday night again, and he was with his baby and his mom and his.
No pictures? No pictures, man? Picture didn't happen.
Did you hold the baby? Did you say coochie coochie coo or anything?
Yeah.
No, but the baby's a cutie.
I'm Top Ben 90. I'm Top Ben 90. Yes, I am.
Anyways, so yeah, with that being said, right, Nick Kelly tweeted today that it looks like they've secured the training facility and the news is coming soon. It was kind of just left as that, so there wasn't really much said after that. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see where indeed that is.
Yeah, so right now, currently, like the team, like funnels between the Matthews Sports Complex and Bank of America. So some days it's there, some days it's at Bank of America. And last week they also trained at the Charlotte Soccer Academy. I think it was a Wednesday when it was like thunderstorming or something through the day.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, one of the things that you see, well, that I saw like today was like Miguel and a lot of the staff like putting the stuff out, getting ready for the players to come. And so I don't know, in terms of, I think it'll be very beneficial for them to have a specific place where they can train at. So, and that was one of the things that Miguel was kind of upset about a couple of months ago. Remember when I got him saying that we were screwed?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I highly doubt it's going to be at that Eastland Mall site.
Yeah, I don't think so too. I think there's been too many.
That site is just, I don't want to say it's cursed, but just listening even on NPR and stuff, I mean, they've been trying to figure out something to do with the Eastland Mall site for almost 20 years now, as far as I understand. And no matter the money, the effort, I mean, little things happen. There was a flea market there, and I know they just got kicked out and whatever, and a skate park and stuff like that. But yeah, making it into this overall academy, it just doesn't sound like it's going to happen.
Now, the only thing that ever worked there was the ice rink.
Yeah,
that's showing some age there. That's showing some age.
I heard about that, but I wasn't around for it.
Yeah. So, but it is what it is. So, no, I don't think we have anything other than the fact that they secured a site or they're trying to work out the final details, right? So
Yeah, I got a couple locations in South Carolina too, but
I don't think
um,
they're going to go to South Carolina.
yeah.
It seems too far away from the stadium.
Mm, okay, we'll just leave it at that.
No. Go ahead. We don't want to stop you, Top Vin, man.
I mean, like, it's not gonna be like an hour and a half away. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
I don't know, man.
let
I
me.
guess it would be closer to South Carolina. Would be closer to Matthews, right? Matthews takes forever, at least for me, to get there.
It's like a 20-25 minute drive from uptown, I'd say.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Right on. So we'll see once we get more news from Nick Kelly. Nick Kelly, since you love to watch us, man, if you want to put it in the chat, we'll go ahead and post it. You know, yeah. So all right. So moving on, right? We played a team last week. First game I missed. We played Philly, and so with that being said, I felt like this was the first time that we kind of. I don't want to say we were played out the park, but we were definitely schooled in some areas, right? I think the formation itself was a little too defensive, in my opinion. I was kind of disappointed seeing that. You know, the long ball, right? We was having a hard time with that. Hooligans, man, what do you think of the game?
We sucked. I mean, we they're a good team. Philly's a good team, and they showed it. I think we could have obviously played a lot better. We played really good the second half, but then that Kalina mistake happened, and I think we just lost all hope after that.
Yeah, that Kalina man was hard to see, man.
Yeah.
As well as he's been playing, and then for him to do that. But they say, right, we're gonna live and die by the system. So there it is. And
we still love him, man. We still got love for him.
Oh, we still love him, man. We still love him. And Teddy Sheringham says, Miggy Smalls got the tactics wrong. So yeah, and I think everybody kind of agrees on that, right? And yeah, that was hard to take. And then obviously
so fast too, because everyone said, because we were sitting there together watching it, and I remember right before they started, Jorge and I were talking, dude, it's like whoever scores first, it's just going to be a big deal. And they scored like in 4 minutes, in the fourth minute.
In the fourth minute.
I mean,
and it was just like,
yeah, I just don't know what was going on. I mean, I know Guzman ran up, right, because he had the ball, and then Mora, I don't know who the hell he was passing it to other than the Philly player. And then obviously the long ball over the top. That was it, man. So, yeah, we will always love the team no matter what. So I've got a feeling we're not going to see that 5-4-1 anymore, because I think when Rios came in, everything kind of changed a little bit, in my opinion, right? So you guys want to touch on that real quick before we just bounce straight over to Atlanta?
Yeah, like I said last week, I mean, I predicted that we'd lose 2-0, and it's specifically for the reason that, like, I mean,
we blame you.
Thanks a lot, Tubman.
Yeah.
Philly knows how they play, man. I mean, like, very direct team. They'll press you up high, and they'll throw long balls at you. And I mean, that's exactly how the goals came. A long ball from Kai Wagner, and then a mistake that Kalina shouldn't have made, but you know what? It's fine. And that's how we lost 2-0. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you said it. You jinxed us. I mean, whatever.
All right. So if I say the prediction this week,
see,
so I should get it right?
Yeah.
So what's your prediction for this week? We'll go ahead and we'll throw that in there and ask you again to see if you change your mind by the end of the show.
1-0 Charlotte win.
Yep. So Davis said, protecting that team to lose is crazy. Yeah.
Listen, I keep it real, bro. I give a realistic.
That's because we've got that thing going on Instagram, and you just want to win it, man. You just want bragging rights. That's all there is to it. Yeah.
Hey, I am winning that thing, by the way.
Yeah, I know. See, I keep picking Charlotte to win, man.
He's keeping up his integrity, y'all. Integrity.
Yeah.
Honestly, Lee and I don't give a shit about integrity, but Top Ben does.
Yeah, I mean, Sean asked a good question, right? Does Mars continue to adjust his formations out common opponents or stick to what works like throughout 2 winning games that we had there? I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. I think the formation we used against Atlanta worked. It was just they got that lucky goal right there at the end, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because the first half against Atlanta, Kalina kept us in that game, bro.
Yeah, that's fair too. They
Again,
kept us in most of the game.
yeah. So I think as of now, like, he should continue to do that 4-4-2 diamond, not only because it's working, but it's also creating chemistry with players, right? I mean, having Swiderski and Rios up top, they're already formulating a partnership. One of the things that I didn't like about last game, it was Swiderski was so isolated in that first half, you know? And even in the second half, he had to continue to drop back to try to create something. And you know what? As much as I like him in that role as well, like, he has to also be at the end of things. Like, for example, that very first goal against Cincinnati, the ball that Bender played into the box, he was there to finish it, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, that's the type of striker he is, and I think it's very important for us to have both of them up there for now to continue to build that relationship.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. Right. I think Rios kind of changes up the dynamic a bit. It looks like everybody, at least in the chat, is saying that the diamond seems to work. We've even got some people saying that Jones is better than Bronco or greater than Bronco. I mean, I'm not sure. Bronco's had some decent games too, but I see your point there, Teddy.
Yeah, I think Jones brings more athleticism and physicality than Brandt in that holding role.
Yeah, and then like Wesley says, right, Kalina's earned his mistakes, right? He's been a brick. So
yeah,
I don't think anybody's mad at him. He's probably was madder at himself than any of us, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that's the one thing that's like in terms of, like, I think that's fine, man, because we're gonna see these mistakes far and few in between, right? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this happens once or twice more by the end of the season. But the great thing is, I mean, like, we're gonna continue to see great saves by Kalina, right?
Yeah.
It's just we play a high risk, high reward type of football, and sometimes those risks are gonna come and bite us.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean, David even says, right, if we lose Kalina, could that be it for Charlotte, right? Is he the backbone of our team? He's definitely a big part of the team, that's for sure. I mean,
Yeah,
like
but I
we've all
also
seen.
think we have some quality goalkeepers behind him, man. I mean,
Yeah.
like, you've heard Miguel like rave about George Marks. We're still uncertain about what Cisniega and Zendejas can do. You know, I mean, I think they got maybe half an hour in the preseason games. I don't really remember, but I remember seeing one of them or both of them during in Charleston. But yeah.
Yeah, and Wesley has a valid point too, right? So teams, at least when it comes to Carroll, right, are starting to realize his quality, so they're going to start kind of doubling down on him and that sort of stuff, right? So maybe it's time for Rios to step up and get a goal, and then COTFC Extreme Extra Time, is saying keep TT or sell him. What do you think, hooligans?
I like TT, man. I really like TT. I mean, he gave us our first goal that didn't count in DC, man. He was a good player in my eyes.
Yeah. We all had that fake excitement, right?
Yeah. I'll never forget that.
Shout out to Heidi. Yeah, we
Yeah.
love Heidi, Gotta
But I
give her
like
some love.
TT. I mean, he just has to maybe get a little bit more comfortable. But I think he's playing pretty good.
Yeah, I think he'll come into it. He'll definitely come into it. But yeah, like even Patrick says, right, we got a really tough first half of the season, and I kind of agree with that. We got, at least now, right, we were in the middle of a pretty tough run. And so if we can get some points against Atlanta, I think we'll be pretty good.
Hey,
Pretty
does
good.
it seem a little odd to anybody? Because I don't know. This is my first go through an MLS season, but it's like, well, we had the game, whatever, on Sunday, and then like it's away game, away game, away game, and then it flips in May. It's like home game, home game, home game. It's like April has very few home games, and May is just chock full. And I don't know if that's just, I guess it's the way it played out, but it's like, holy shit. I mean, May, we're going to be at home like almost the whole month. But April, after this game against Atlanta, I believe that's it.
Yeah, I mean, well, we had a couple of home games, right? I mean, we've already had, 3 home games? So So I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it all rolls out, right?
Yeah. And
That's so.
Yeah. So yeah. So people are thinking we're going to go on another 2-game streak. So we'll see. See what happens. So with that being said, I guess we can kick it over to talk about Atlanta.
dun, 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 dun.
I was say we need to get some sound effects on that shit, man.
No, man.
Atlanta
Good
versus
stuff. Good stuff.
ELTFC.
Yeah. So we got people going to New England next week. That's what's up, man. I wish I could afford to go and all that kind of stuff. And yes, we have 3 games in May, so that's all good. And Wesley thinks we'll get 3 points against Atlanta. But Atlanta, right? They got some. I counted 6 players out, and Martinez being one of them. So, it might be a good time to play them again, at least in our stadium and that sort of thing. Billigins, man, what do you think?
I think we'll play pretty good on Sunday.
Yeah. Any predictions?
I really want Rios to score a goal, man. Rios and Carroll. 2-0 is my take.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, like the Scooch says, man, it's time to take advantage. It definitely is time to take advantage of that for sure. I even with Martinez, I mean, when we played him in Atlanta, I don't think he was that. What's the word I'm looking for? He wasn't really into the game that much. We kind of kept him out of it. So, I'm excited to see. When we do beat them, right? Atlanta's going to be saying, "Oh, it's because of injuries and all that kind of mess," So, you Atlanta fans out there, man, y'all need to come up with some better excuses.
Have you heard like who's coming up, or have you heard anything out there in the Twitter sphere, Lee?
Who's coming up?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
What do you mean?
Coming up?
Oh, from Atlanta.
Are they?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're gonna, man. If they're coming up like they are on our socials, man, there's gonna be thousands of them. Them boys are all over the socials, man. So I imagine it's probably gonna be pretty big. So we'll see. It'd be interesting to see.
We got a lot of Atlanta fans down here in Charlotte too.
Yeah.
Well, we converted Pancake.
Pancake.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. Atlanta fans are already talking trash after. Yep, that's all right. But yeah, talking about that, right? So there was something. If we look at the table, right? So we're in 9th with 6 points, and I mean Atlanta's in 3rd with 10 points. So a win will put us 1 point behind them. I mean, I just jokingly say it that we're only 1 point out of the playoff contentions there behind Toronto, and yeah, I mean I feel like we're in a good spot. Somebody put a good stat chart out the other day talking about like expansion teams, and within the first 10 games, I think it was 10 points was about average. So, we seem to be right there at it. What do you think, Jorge?
Yeah, 100%. I think that it's like the average is 10 points in the very first 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're there, bro. I mean, if we beat Atlanta this weekend, we'll be at 9. We've got 3 away games after that. And I can see us maybe grabbing a point or 2 away, although we have some very, very tough games coming up. And then in May, I think our first game is against Miami. So that
we should be Miami.
Yeah. But even speaking of Atlanta, man, even with all their injuries, they're still a pretty good team. I mean, the squad valuation, I think, is up of about 85 million, right? They've added guys like Almada. I mean, they've got Sosa. They got, I think, Marcelino Moreno, their attacking midfielder. Although a lot of Atlanta fans would say he's kind of inconsistent. He's a great player, bro. Miles Robinson, Sosa. So, I mean, it's still, even with all their injuries, I wouldn't count them out to give us a good game.
Yeah.
But also Atlanta, to me, hasn't been that impressive through the season, because if you really think about it, 7 of the 10 points that they've gotten have come up last minute. They beat DC in the very last minute.
Last minute. Us in the last minute.
Yeah, I think they tied Montreal 3-3 in the last dying minutes as well.
Yep.
So,
maybe they're just the last 5-minute team. So if it turns into a 100-minute game like they're trying to do in Qatar, right, that they might have a chance to beat us this week.
Well, FIFA came out and dropped those rumors.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So they're like, hey, yeah, none of that is true. They're like, if Top Bin 90 doesn't tweet it, it ain't true.
That's right. but you won't tell us the date, So I'm just thinking you're making it up at this point since you
I
won't
think
give us
he's
a
still
date.
negotiating with FIFA's council and all that stuff. He's trying to figure
Yeah,
it out.
it's been a mess, man. That rule or that tweet or whatever it was earlier today, man, was a
That's what I
little.
was asking. Is this real?
I could see it though, right, with the water breaks. Not to get off topic, anyways. So yeah. So what do you think? What do you think of the our game plan's got to be this week, other
Kick
than
that
outscore
ass.
them? Anybody?
I said kick that ass.
Kick that ass, yeah. Right.
I
I
think
think we need
we got to stick with what we're good at, bro. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Continue, like, we're getting more comfortable in possession, and we have to start Swiderski and Rios, man.
we need to
We
score
do.
first, man. We need to score first for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna be the key.
Score in the first 6 minutes. That seems to be our MO, right?
I'd like to see the same diamond midfield that we used against New England, where you had Jordi Alcivar behind the two strikers. You had Franco and you had Bender on the as the outside midfielders, and then
Right.
you have Brandt as your holding. But instead of Brandt, I'd really like to see Jones get the start.
Yep. Yep. Me too. I agree with that. Yeah. So like a lot of people were saying, right? They agree if it's not broke, don't fix it, sort of thing, right? 2-0 to the Crown. Some people are saying, JT, you need a mask as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
He has a mask on. He needs to take it off. That's the thing.
I do want a mask. And Patrick was telling us earlier that someone in the Hooligans got a lot of those, and now he's doing some custom work on that stuff. So hell yeah, man, I love that. Get me in the ring too, man.
That's
We'll
right.
get you an
That's
extra
right.
one on Sunday if we have any left.
Please,
There you
please.
Got you.
I would love that.
So a few people asking about Melo, man. Do we know anything about him? He's still kind of hurt, right?
He is, man, and I can't confirm this. I
You
can't.
can or you cannot.
Cannot. But I think the surgery that he had in Brazil wasn't good. And
Yeah.
that kind of pushed his rehabilitation. So I'm gonna ask Miguel about him Friday to see where he is in terms of coming back, because he said at first when I saw Melo, I asked him, he was like, yeah, it's a month. But then
Right.
like I heard other things, and it looks like it's being pushed back, and right now I would say it's unknown, but I'm gonna find out Friday from Miguel.
What surgery did he have exactly?
I don't remember, man.
It was foot surgery.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think they only put 5 stitches in. It should have been 6. So it's taking a little longer to heal.
Yeah. I need to
Yeah,
look
I'm with
more.
Wesley here too. I want to see Bender have a big game, man. I mean, he's doing real. It'd be nice to kind of just see him pop off, right? And just do it. And some people say that's why you don't go to Brazil for surgery. You know, sometimes you might not have a choice, right? So, but yeah, that's a good question. How will the crowd attendance be with the game starting at 1:30 on Sunday?
I think given the fact that we're in
October.
Atlanta, the crowd should be good. You know.
Yeah, I think Atlanta gets it, right?
Yeah.
Just because Atlanta, I think that takes it for sure.
And honestly, there are a lot of people out there that work on Saturdays. And not to say Saturday night they can't, get out to a game and stuff, but it will be interesting. And it's, at least to people who go to Panthers games, you're doing it NFL style Sunday at 1:30. So
Is that usually when Panthers
I
play?
think it'll be more sober. I'm interested in our fan reactions after the game. We'll see what it's like. I just hope it's not so damn windy like it's been the last 2 games.
No, it's actually supposed to be pretty nice. 66 was the last I saw on
Yeah,
Sunday.
that's gonna be great.
Yeah. Yep. Some people are wishing they were going to the game, but they'd be watching from home. So yeah, it's a lot going on, right? So the upper deck, I don't think they're going to open it for Atlanta. I know a lot of Atlanta fans were bitching that they couldn't get tickets in the supporter section. So it sounds like whatever that allotment was sold out. So we're just telling them if they want to come, they can just go to the vault. And
But
yeah,
didn't they
we
say
can't wait to see you guys out there either.
the
What's that?
teams were going to open the upper levels in the playoffs? I thought that was kind of a Nick Kelly. I mean, whatever. I guess they could change it, but right now they're saying during the regular season the upper level will never be open.
Yeah, that's right. And yeah, so watch out for the beer, right? So just in case you guys haven't heard, right, there was some mention about that. You know, just at least try to hold on to your cups, I guess is the thing, or your bottles, and stop throwing cans and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
don't be a
You know,
dick.
this
Don't be
Yeah,
throwing
yeah,
food. I don't want.
don't be a dick. That's
I
it.
don't want to be hit with a burger with somebody's burger.
yeah. Not to mention that burger costs like $10 or whatever, probably more than that.
Yo, if you
I
get hit with a burger, give it to me.
some ice or something in the cup, maybe throw that up a little bit. But don't throw your cup. Don't throw your can. If you got a lot of beer in there, don't throw all that beer. Drink it.
Yeah, that's why you make sure half of it's gone before. That way, it's only
Yeah.
$7.
Like chug it real quick. We just scored a goal, yeah. And then like there's like a half inch left, and then throw that all over the place.
Yeah, just the inch. Keep the cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it, right? Yeah, we got to play the game. What beer do I smell like, right? Yeah. That's good. I
I
like
gotta
that.
drive an hour
Yeah.
back smelling like beer
Yeah.
after every game.
Yeah, I finally washed my jerseys for the first time, man, just because they were starting to stink a little bit, right? Of like, Stella and some Modelo and that kind of stuff.
Throwing
Yeah.
yeast.
So guys, man, and you guys out there too, go ahead and drop the score predictions. So JT, man, what do you think the score is going to be this week?
3-1 CLTFC.
3-1. 3-1. All right, I hear you. Hooligans, man.
2-0 for me, man. One from Swiderski and one from Rios.
Yeah. All right, I'll take it. Jorge.
I think it'll be a 1-0 to Charlotte with something like Swiderski just pull something out that we're just like, whoa, what a goal.
Yeah. It's happening in the 6th minute too. Right. So yeah, I'm gonna go with 2-0. I think 2-0 is gonna be it for us. Yeah, that'll be 4-3. That would be a good game to watch. Yeah, I know, man. I get the old ticker going, won't it? Wesley says 3-1. You guys got any questions that you want? Any other topics you want to talk about out there? Let us know in the comments. And if you haven't, hit the sub button for us. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people obviously are saying that we're gonna win. Bender's gonna get the goal and 3-1. Yeah. So I'd like to see Ruiz score, man. That'd be kind of cool to see him put one in the back of the net.
One thing I was thinking about earlier, especially when Jorge was talking about, people kind of keying in on Swiderski, is his build. He's not that big, and keying in on him, it seems like. And I remember my wife at the second game and the third game now, just saying like, "Oh, he's getting his ass kicked out there." Of course, she didn't use those exact words, but the whole idea, getting mauled.
Yeah.
Get open and get in places and everything to do his magic. And it looks like, not only are they keying on him, but physically bigger defenders are like really taking him out.
Right.
So I'm curious on how his body holds up. Knock on wood, no jinxing.
Yeah.
But he's getting his ass kicked, like physically run over a lot, it seems like.
Yeah. So David, man, we're not asking for donations, man. The only donation is to follow us on socials and hit that sub button for us on YouTube. And of course, where's Roscoe? Man, we don't know who he is. We haven't heard from him in 2 weeks. So we don't know. We have no idea. So he might. I've got a feeling he's going to show up after the Atlanta game, though. And the tailgating. What time's the tailgating starting for you guys? 11-ish?
10 in the morning. 10 o'clock.
10 in the morning. Yeah, I think I know for a couple of us, we're going to go over to how do you put it? Valhalla or something? What's it called?
Valhalla
To watch the City Liverpool game.
Man City. Sorry.
Yeah, so we'll probably be over there laughing at Jorge as he holds his hands in his head in his hands. So. Yeah,
So
Roscoe needs some minutes on his phone.
We're going to Viking heaven before the game. Is what you're saying? We're going to Valhalla?
Yeah, I mean that just. Yeah. So what? Yeah, that's where we're going to start off at for sure.
Nice.
To watch that game, and then like Roscoe ended up in jail for the last one. That might be true. Either that or him and Jimmy got into it about his ex-wife or whatever. I don't know.
Yes. is because I haven't been at the tailgate recently. Is Bojangles because still dropping free biscuits and stuff
Yeah,
at the
they'll
tailgate?
have some biscuits out there this weekend.
Okay, because I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
I didn't even know they were
Sunday
free.
morning.
I
I
thought
mean,
you had to buy them.
well, even if you got to buy them, whatever. The whole idea is, is Bojangles going to have some damn biscuits at the tailgate at 10 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday?
Yeah,
I'm
well, I
like,
think Bojangles sponsors the tailgate, right?
yeah, I know. That's what I'm just saying. I want to make sure that people know there'd be some biscuits out there.
We'll have mimosas and donuts if y'all want to come over to our tailgate.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
so
love
there's a question for you. How do you guys feel about where the U.S. men sit in the group? Well, being English, you guys are going to finish second for sure. So, and then, yes, we're going to do a GoFundMe for Roscoe. We might have to get a GoFundMe for his bail money. And then Patrick, I think it was right there at the entrance near the balloons. I don't know if they had food out either, right? So,
I'm not sure. I mean, it's somewhere in the front, like towards the entrance when you come in.
Right.
yeah, maybe all the food was eaten the time you got there. There's some hungry people
Possibly.
out there.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of people out there. Yep.
Yeah. USA and Germany advancing. Well, maybe USA. So, but yeah, other than that, man, I guess we can wrap it up, call it a night. Unless you guys got any more questions, we'll give it a minute or two because obviously I always cut it off right after I ask those questions and forget that people have to type. So, with that being said, Jorge, man, how can people find you?
They can find me at TopBin90 on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and then Real TopBin90 on TikTok. If you guys can sub to the YouTube channel, that'd be great. That's my next platform that I want to get to over 1K. So
right.
if y'all hit that 1K, I'll start dropping more information.
Yeah, and Hooligans, man, how can people find what? So,
Where's Raina?
yeah, Hooligans, where can people find you guys?
You can follow us on Instagram at Carolina Hooligans. We're on TikTok also under the same name and also on Twitter. You can find us on there, Carolina Hooligans.
There you go. And a question: where is Raina? Does anybody know?
What do you mean?
I don't know. That's the question. Where is Raina?
He was at training field.
Yeah, I thought he was back too.
Yeah, he's good.
And a shout out to JT. Where'd you get that cowboy hat, or what kind of hat is that?
It's a Bailey made in Fort Worth, Texas.
Mm.
It's custom.
It's custom. It is kind of custom the way you fold it and everything. You use the steam in it.
Thanks, Patrick.
Right.
You're right.
Yeah, and really smart. Yeah, he's a really smart player for sure. And yeah, it should be a good game.
Hell yeah, let's bring it, everybody. Let's bring it on a Sunday afternoon.
Yep, and yeah, congratulations to the Keenum family with Braden, right, getting his stuff.
Yeah, he was there today.
He was?
I mean, there were some Independence players
right
at the Sportsplex.
Yep. And just to go ahead.
We also saw Gabriel Oberton.
Yeah. Did he get his visa yet? And a shout out to Wesley Riley, man, uncle of Braden. Yeah. And we're gonna take Atlanta to church. And just to confirm.
Hey, we are close to Church Street.
That's right. Church Street, wherever you go. Yep. And some other questions out there, right? People were asking about the big news that you dropped about Chelsea. So yeah, we'll be playing Chelsea sometime in the near future is all I know, because Top Ben won't give us the scoop because
he hasn't
I gave y'all the scoop, bro.
You didn't give us the month, man. It don't count. You gave us 97% of it. Right?
Last time y'all were asking me who it was, I gave name.
We're just not gonna believe you anymore, man. All like fake news, man. All fake news. What you're trying to do is upset Charlotte's run, man, in the middle of the season. That's pathetic.
Shameful.
Yes, that's an inside joke. So when the tickets go up, we don't know. I don't know if it's that extra game that we were promised or what. So
it's not.
No.
So yeah, and I don't know. I don't know if Belusic will play or not, but we got somebody saying playing Chelsea in June. So Yeah. But other than that, guys, we appreciate you. If you could hit the sub button for us, man, and come say hey if you see us out there at the games, and then we would definitely be posted up after the game with some questions and fan reactions. Hooligans, appreciate you, man, for joining us.
Hey,
Top Ben,
thank
as always.
y'all.
JT, man, thanks for bringing the flavor, and we're out.